We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy.
It's Sunday afternoon. The sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. And where were you 10 years ago today? This is a Tilton Talk Show special like no other. 10 years today has lapsed on that magical day when we witnessed Birmingham City winning the Carling Cup. Wow. Wow. What bragging rights have we had over the last 10 years? This isn't 1982. It was 2011. 2011. 10 years ago today, I'm joined today by two very special guests who played in that cup final, Roger Johnson and Lee Bowyer. Yeah. Okay, so 10 years ago today, there we were down at Wembley Way. I was sat outside Lidl drinking a bottle of whiskey with a copper next to me. And he wanted to share some, but he said he couldn't because he was on duty. Went down there with my three sons on the train all the way from here in sunny Staffordshire. And as I was walking up the stairs, you know what? My eldest son's daughter was just about to be born. He was cacking himself in case he got the call and had to go home. We met my other son at Warwick. I met the two lads in Birmingham. Got up the steps, and then all I can hear behind me is Arsenal, Arsenal, and I'm thinking, oh no, what's going on here? And then they were singing, "You can wash your hands and faces, you can wash your Arsenal." Gets to the top of the stairs, Paul. Listen to this: 45,000 blue noses there, and there's telling me I'm going to drink. What a day! What a memorable day! Thanks, Roger. Thanks, Lee. Welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, and thanks ever so much, gents, for joining us.
No problem at all.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
Can you believe 10 years has gone by now, guys?
I can believe it when I look in the mirror at myself.
You look exactly the same. You ain't
I
changed.
a little bit on.
I'll actually be honest with you.
These Zoom calls, you can hide a little bit. You see that little bit below there?
Yeah.
It's growing. Lockdown hasn't been kind to me.
Or every single Birmingham City fan across the world want to say thank you for that memory, because you know what, when I stood there with my three boys, emotions are running a little bit high. Stood there with my three boys and I said, lads, take this in. This might never, ever happen again. Just take this moment in. And then Stevie Carr lifted that trophy. The tears were just rolling down my face, I promise you. It was superb. What a memory. What a day. Wow. Paul, help me out.
It was just surreal. I mean, I even think about it now, and it still don't feel like it was real. I mean, that kind of thing, that Martin, that kind of thing, that Obafemi Martin's goal, it just doesn't happen to us, does it? I was just waiting for the ref to blow his whistle for a foul on the keeper. I was like, there's got to be something wrong with that. That don't happen to us. Yeah. And then when he gives the goal, it's just complete pandemonium in the stands where I am, and it was just incredible. And I just remember I was driving, unfortunately, on the day because I was unwell. I was on antibiotics for like a virus, and I couldn't drink on them. I even tried to persuade the doctor to let me drink, and he wouldn't.
You should have done it anyway. I know.
The doctor was an Arsenal fan.
I remember driving and picking up my cousin and his mate from the Linden pub in Solihull, and then parking on the Green Man. And then, of all people, the first person I see when I get out the car to walk to the stadium is Paul Tate. So I'm like, oh man, there's the last person who scored a goal for us at the time at Wembley. Obviously,
it was an omen, Paul. An omen.
I know. So I shook Tate's hand, and then me and my dad and my two cousins, my cousin and his mate, walked down to the ground and just soaked it all up. And you probably saw from my picture the other day, I was quite early because I just couldn't wait to get in the ground. I was in the stadium at 2:00 and it didn't kick off till 4. So you know, it was just an incredible day that we'll just never forget. You know, and certainly the way it's going lately as well. You know, you just hope that one day we'll be able to see something like. Will we ever see anything like it again? I don't know.
After the game, did you sort of like did it afterwards? Did it sink in as much?
No,
For me, honestly, it was very.
Weeks,
You come back on the train, it was very subdued. It was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Exhausted. So I'm mentally exhausted. You know, coming back.
Yeah.
It's quite weird because I went down on my own. I'm a season ticket holder, but all my friends, my dad didn't go because he's like an armchair fan. So I actually went on my own that day. But the funny thing is, I was at the top tier at the back, and there's so many people I used to go to school with, Hampton for years, and they're all sat behind me. And it just seems that everything just clicked into place. And
I was sat right by Stan Collymore. He was doing the commentary for 5 Live, and he was literally, you know, because I was in like the sort of like the top tier, like more or less on the level with the halfway line, and next to the commentary boxes. And I thought Stan Collymore was going to burst out crying when Martin scored. It was quite hilarious, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you guys anyway? So it's 20-4 now, just gone. So exactly 10 years ago to the day, it's 20-4. Obviously, I'm guessing you've just sort of gone in off the pitch, haven't you? Like to get sort of changed to go out and play the game.
Yeah, it's about now, isn't it? Yeah, about 1:45 you go in.
Yeah.
So yeah, just standard normal day really. Just get your warm up done, tiny bit of pressure on it. But like I said, we've done loads of these over the last few weeks because of the obviously anniversary. But I've been asked it, nervous. I don't know about other guys, but it was more just wanted to be out there, more anxious than anything. Just wanted it to be waited so long to get going and get it done. I just wanted out there immediately. So yeah, that going in, just the last little preparations. Make sure everyone's on the same level. So yeah, I can't believe it's 10 years. Literally, can't believe it.
No, I can't either, Roger. To be fair, and you, Lee, obviously,
Lee, what was it like then, guys, when you came out to that wall of noise, and it was just so memorable.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just take it back to the semi-final though, Lee, if we may, and that wonder goal you scored, obviously against West Ham of all teams as well. How did that feel for you? Because I know that's your team, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my team. But that was a team that I scored a lot of goals against for some reason. I don't know why. I just seemed to score against them whenever I played against them. But I missed the first leg. And we was trailing when we got them back home, and then they scored, and then you're thinking, right, like we have to do something. We have to get back into this. And unfortunately, I was in the right place at the right time. Just anticipated it, and it was more just about technique and just hitting the target, But I have to say, it's probably one of the best goals I've ever scored.
Brilliant goal.
The contact and the way I controlled it. It was tough. Them bouncy ones in front of you, that you can easily hit them into the rose edge, But fortunately, it went in, and then that was it. Like the whole place, you could just feel the atmosphere, and it just turned from there.
Yeah.
And then obviously, then Rog pops up with the second one, another good one. Then that's it. There's only going to be one winner then. Like you can feel everything's turned, and it's all gone into our favour, and we're on top, and we've got the crowd behind us, and the place is bouncing, and then you just see West Ham just shrinking, and the tide turned, and that was it. And then for a local lad, Craig, to step up and do one of his dippy shots that he done all the time. We see that all the time in training and in games, and then we got there, and that was to do it that way as well, to come from behind, against a good West Ham side. It was good. It was a good side, and I think the way we done it, I think that was it. We deserved it, Like everyone worked so hard, and I said before, like I just felt like it was meant to be us, but we had to dig deep to get there. We could have easily just rolled over, but the group of players that we had, that was never going to happen. I don't know what you think, Rog, but the group we had, we we was all winners, and fighters, and
the ones who weren't winners, they became winners through the. I mean, the big four. I in my eyes, it sort of got everyone on a level. Was you, Kari, me, and Fergie. I just thought that when we was on it, everyone's kind of jumped in and we kind of. Don't know. It's hard to explain what word I need, but. When we were on it, everyone knew, and everyone bought in, and look, we had big names like Ridgie and Fozzie and Harty when he was there, and everyone that come in, they learned quickly. Look, this is this is what we're about. When we signed people like John Boshaw or people like that, and they knew that these lot ain't messing about. We die for the cause, like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think we had some great heads in there, and even Super Kev, like he played his part massively. It was just a good group of people who all were sort of fighting for the same thing. There was no sort of alter egos in there. It was just no selfish players. It was, look, we're a team, we're a squad, and we battle it out together till the death. And it showed in that, like Bo's just mentioned there, in the semi-final, that was it in abundance. That was it in a nutshell. Like we didn't roll over. We got Bo's sort of absolute worldy, and you could tell the feeling. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win it. It felt the same in the final. That's what I say to people. Like the nerves. I knew we'd go in, and if we were on it. We will definitely be in it come the end of the game, 100%.
You mustn't forget though who we beat in the quarterfinals.
The Villa one was a battle.
We came from behind in the semi-final. Then we went down to Wembley, not expecting to even score a goal, and we bring the trophy back with us, mate. I tell you what, man, wow. We're Birmingham City fans. We don't get a lot in life, do we? But when we do it in style.
Absolutely. Let's not forget as well that Arsenal, the week before they played us at Wembley, they beat Barcelona, didn't they?
Beat Barca, yeah.
Does that mean we're better than Barca?
Exactly. I think so. Yeah.
I remember Robbie Savage saying that, Lee, on the commentary, that we're better than Barcelona.
Yeah.
The best part about the West Ham game was Tom Ross's commentary. I don't know whether you guys ever heard it. Right at the end, he says you can hear the sound of bubbles popping all over the East End of London. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And then going back onto the final, Lee, obviously what sticks in my mind with you is when Ziggy puts you through and then the keeper brings you down. It's a straight red and a penalty to us. Obviously with VAR today, it's given, but back then, obviously, we had no VAR and they got it totally wrong, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It was one of the worst decisions probably ever made in a final, I think. How he got away with that. But linesmen, listen, they make mistakes. And I see Stephen Carr, he was talking about the final and that the other day. And he was saying it's probably better off that it stayed 11v11. Yeah. And I can see when he was talking about it, I could see where he was coming from, because then if we had a game plan, it was 11v11, and then in my eyes, it was who wanted to win it more.
Yeah.
Who was more hungry, who was going to fight for everything. If they'd have gone down to 10, then it might have been a completely different game, but for sure he should have got sent off. And we'd have gone 1-0 up as well. So then they'd have had to come out and chase, and who knows, but all I care about is just winning. That's it. That's the most important thing. And man for man on the day, we won the game and deserved to win the game. All over the pitch.
Absolutely,
No doubt about that whatsoever. And I think for me as well, it was justice that we did go on to win the game after that terrible decision, because we've already been robbed in a cup final once. I don't know if you remember, but back in 2001, Andrew Johnson was brought down by Stefan Onshaw against Liverpool in Cardiff. And that was a blatant penalty, blatant as you'll ever see. But, unfortunately, the referee didn't give that, or the linesman. And, we didn't want to go on to experience
David Ellery.
David Ellery.
David Ellery.
Yeah. But the whole day was crazy, though, wasn't it? Like, the atmosphere was unreal. And we got tired. like towards the end we got tired, and yeah, we scored late on, but you could tell at times we was hanging on a little bit, you know. And then I have to say, I think that the fans, like you guys, you helped us through it, Rog. No, like they helped us, because the fans play such a part. You don't realise the part that fans play, and on that day, it would have been like today with no fans in, we'd have probably lost the game.
Yeah,
honestly, the noise. And once we scored the second, wow, that was it. Like, it was just the place. It was crazy. I done one of these with Roger the other week, and I said, like, the thing that I always look back on, obviously winning is the most important thing, but like, we won all our battles all over the pitch, but we also had the fans that won their battle, because Arsenal fans, permanent fans, and we won the battle on the pitch and off the pitch. And that's what made it all come together, and such a special day for me. It's the only thing I've ever won.
Really? No.
The only thing I've ever won, I was hoping to win the Euro Millions the other night, but that didn't happen either.
One person won it, didn't they? One person, 182 million.
Oh, no.
It's greedy. That's greedy,
That's
isn't it?
too much, that is. I wouldn't want all that. I'd want most of it. But, you know.
But yeah, on a serious note, like, that's the only thing I've won, and it's the best day for sure. Like, it was so memorable. It was you'll never forget them days, because they don't come around very often. And like you guys are saying,
10 years have passed since that day. Everything is just all the colours, the smells, the noise, everything is so. And I've got the world's worst memory, but that day I will never ever forget, not ever. And especially the absolute joy for me was standing there with my three lads, you know, and well, I still can't believe it. I can't believe it, honestly. But I think if it hadn't have been for that goal, Obafemi goal at the end, and it had gone to extra time, I don't think we'd have, you know, the stamina and that. I don't think we would have probably won it, to be fair.
In saying that, I mean, I pulled my calf that day. Played like the last sort of 25 minutes with a grade 2 tear in my calf. There's not a chance I'd have got for extra time. Not a chance. So yeah, I think you're right with it. I think we'd have struggled if it was another half hour, because we'd give everything for that 90 minutes. Yeah. So, and I think it was just. I think it was fair. We won it in normal time. Like both said there, I've said it all over the years to everyone. Villa fans, any fans, but I'm telling you, we deserved it on the day. I truly believe that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the goalkeeper had a blinder as well, didn't he?
Definitely.
But yeah, like I suppose you said, we'd done one the other week, and Fozzie was on it, but yeah, they had chances, and that's what you keep the steps up. I don't think we were backs to the wall. They were going to get chances throughout the game. We had chances. Keeps at the post. Bowes just run through one-on-one and been brought down. So there's big chances there for both teams. So on that thing, on that basis, I think it was kind of fair. On chances wise, there's no way that you can say that they battered us and we were backs to the wall for the majority of the game. I disagree massively. And when we needed Fozzie, he was there as like we knew he would be.
I'll tell you what though. I know Fozzie got man of the match, but I'm not just saying it because Roger and Lee are sat there. But every single one was fantastic. Nobody had a bad game. No, absolutely. Every single one was 10 out of 10. Even the lads who came on as subs. It was just it's just superb.
Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted it, though, didn't they? That's what it was.
We had that group of people that the subs coming on. Yeah, they'd have been gutted to not being, but not starting. Yeah. But everyone played their part. I enjoyed that thing the other day that the club have done, and just it's been nice to just reminisce on it and just hearing people's views and how much it means to them. And watching obviously the games previous when the manager rested a few. So everyone deserved that medal. Everyone like Kev and people, Murph and Palms, all playing their part in the early round. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying about we had a squad of lads that just going back to the subs. Yeah, they come on and they definitely helped on the day and done a job and got us over the line. So it's important because sometimes at some clubs, those that agree, I've been at clubs. It's about the individual and they're for themselves and they're not about the team and the club. And we didn't have that at Birmingham. And if someone did come in the dressing room with that mentality, they'd have got told immediately that that ain't us. We ain't about that. They'd have got found out really quickly. So
Yeah.
I'll just read. Can I read a few questions, Paul? Because we've got there's quite a lot that have come up now. Thank you, Roger and Lee, for your time at the club. Proper players, heart, desire, ability, courage, and above all, good players. Thanks for everything, lads. Unbelievable day. I lit candles at St. Chad's Cathedral before we left. Our prayers were answered, and the rest is history. Me and my 4 uncles flew in for Qatar. All Mad Blues fans. We closed our bar and restaurant in Qatar for the weekend. Had the best weekend ever in London. Kevin Kelly says, Roger Johnson, you were a colossus on the day, taller than Zigic. And there's about another 1,000 other questions as well. So I'll catch up with them later.
We've mentioned, guys, about how long it took for us to, for it to sink in with us as fans. But what about you as players? How did you sort of, you wake up the next day? Did you realise what you'd done straight away, or did it take time to sink in for you as well?
For me, it was. It took a while. It took a while to sink in for sure. Waking up the next day, do you know when you think, wow, we've just won and it's an amazing day and you're going to wake up with a hangover? Unfortunately, it didn't happen. No. I think the adrenaline and everything, I just felt like we had no energy left. And then, I speak for myself and I'm guessing everybody else, but I had no energy. And the emotion of the whole thing, I had a few drinks, but no impact. And I was devastated. I was thinking, I want to enjoy this so much, but it just couldn't happen because, I think we worked so hard, had nothing left in the tank, and couldn't really enjoy it the way we would have liked, And that was the emotion, because it's an emotional day, you were saying there that you got there at 2:00 and it didn't start till 4. But they're the things you have to enjoy the whole moment because it don't come around very often. I had my family and friends in the stadium as well. And, it's something that you'll always look back on. And me and my wife have been speaking about it of late because obviously doing things like this. So, and she keeps saying how cold it was. I was freezing.
It was.
I had my twins in there and they was 1 year old, if that, and they obviously can't remember none of it, but just memories, my family being there, it's proud days for us because this is what we play football for, is to win. And
that's my big well being there with my 3 boys. Adam, Luke, and Scott sat next to me at a cup final and we win it. Whatever they're doing.
So I think it was just difficult. It took a while to sink in for sure, because then Monday morning or Tuesday morning we're back in work and then that's it. You're back to business again. You don't have a week and you can just go away, or you got to get back to business and try and win games again. So but it was some days.
What a horrible decision by the council, though, not to have the city centre for the day.
Yeah, that was a downer.
That was horrendous. That was horrendous. We should have just turned up and done it.
Yeah. I think, funnily enough, I read an article with Johnny Rotten the other day, and he said he said himself that was scandalous, and he was an Arsenal fan. He was doing some sort of book signing, and he said, your boys should have had a civic parade. So I can't believe.
Absolutely.
People
what else I like, Lee? You know what else I love? I love the fact that I know that our near neighbours were watching. We shoved them out in a quarter final.
I always say to them that we're the only. I love saying to them we're the only West Midlands club to win a major trophy in high definition.
Yeah.
Steve Woods has just asked, do you think the fans were the extra man on the day?
Yeah, I think I touched that. I've touched on that already, I think. I think I touched on that. I said I think we won the battle on the pitch and off the pitch, and they definitely helped us for sure, especially towards the end when we was getting tired. And, they, like I said, that fans play a massive part, and you guys played a massive part on that day that helped us win. Like,
Yeah.
We can do all we can do, but you definitely play a part, and you definitely done that. You made a massive difference. Yeah.
Was anybody the worse for wear the morning after that you know of?
I don't know. Was you all right, Rog? How was you, Rog?
Yeah, we tried to have a good go, didn't we? That was one of the major things. There was a few things that disappointed me when it sinks in, and in time to be fair, at the time I thought we didn't have a venue afterwards booked for all the family and friends to go back to and just have it off together in a hotel, just rent out a big room and just celebrate properly. And secondly, the open top bus it's such a disappointment because
they're kind of memories that you never forget as well.
No, you can't.
But on that one, you know what? We turned up in our droves in the city centre.
Yeah, I mean, I lost the FA Cup final when I was at Cardiff, and we did both. We had a thing for afterwards, and everyone looked. We lost on the day, but we had a good go of it, and everyone was together. Then we had didn't have an open top bus, but they opened up Cardiff Bay, and you couldn't imagine how many people turned up, and we lost the final. So that's how it's done properly. So it was a disappointment, one major disappointment of mine that we didn't get to do it properly in that sense. Was it the owners? My guess is yes. Didn't understand the magnitude of what we just achieved, and all these things should have been prepped and booked. Win, lose, they should have been done. I was disappointed about that side, but we had a good go, both, didn't we? We went out in the smoke, didn't we? And me, you, Kari.
Yeah, in London. Yeah, I can't remember. That's what I mean. Like, all I remember is just, I think it's exhaustion. Right? Like, it was exhaustion and the emotion. Like, it just didn't allow you to get to where you wanted to be, really, and that's enjoying it.
Yeah, we had to go the following day as well. And took us up to Birmingham. Do you remember?
I can't remember, right? No.
As bad as Nick.
Roger, we've had
She's making an appearance. Look, she only stays for a minute, but her name's Bo.
Good girl.
Good name.
Yeah, Roger, we've had Roy the photographer on the show before, and he told us a story about you putting champagne in the hood of his coat after in the dressing room. Do you remember doing that?
He was fuming, wasn't he?
He was livid, kid. Livid,
yeah.
He'd come in there, but now look, he's got to look back now and laugh about it. But I remember he'd come in and said, I've got all my expensive beer in here. We was all spraying champagne, and he had the right needle. So it annoyed me. So I just thought, I'd have a big jacket on, and I just filled his hood up.
No, he weren't happy about it. He said he's going to have you next time. Yes, see you.
Yeah. I've seen him since. To be fair, when I was at Blues TV, I see him in the reception area. He didn't do anything. So
he's a good lad.
He's a good lad.
Yeah.
Another great memory from those 10 years ago was the final whistle at the semi-final at St Andrews, and taking it in when we're singing "Sarah, Sarah," wherever we'll be, we're going to Wembley. Just taking that moment in as a fan was like, I mean, the goosebumps are just flying up on my arms all through this. I can't even begin to how much it like. Well, a little bit.
You know what, Nick? I just remember looking at the score, the big screen from the Tilton, and seeing it in big bright letters. We're off to Wembley, and even now I just can't get my head around. Just so surreal. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Just seeing it on the big screen.
And after we'd won as well at Wembley, playing UB40 as well, Food for Thought.
Food for Thought, yeah.
Remember that? That was
amazing, yeah.
That was pretty incredible. That was, wasn't there?
Yeah. But you know what though? In the car park afterwards, everybody was just, for some reason, just laughing deliriously because nobody could. How do we celebrate? We don't do this. We don't know how to celebrate. People just howling we laughed at.
What do we do? It was a case of what do we do now?
Yeah. It's weird.
Strange, weird. Yeah.
Another great memory was waiting on Wembley railway station to get the train back into Birmingham. One solitary Arsenal fan walked past us There was like barriers and a roadway and one thing or another. And this solitary Arsenal fan walked past us. And as he walked past, he clapped all the way down. Credit to him. He took a bit of stick off a few of them, but like he applauded us all the way through his walk. And that was great. Football fans coming together and realising that we were seriously underdogs for that day. And we took it away. We took it away. Mustn't forget Big Zig as well, that goal. What a goal that was.
Yeah. I must say I was disappointed at the end when the Arsenal fans decided to
just
left.
Disappear.
Left it.
Every single one.
It's so empty, yeah.
That was
unbelievable how fast it emptied. Yeah.
Disrespectful, because I remember, and Chris, you'll remember back the day on the FA Cup finals, we were kids. No matter who was playing, right, everybody stopped in the stadium for that match.
I think that's because it was such an occasion that it's a rare occasion, isn't it? I would want to just savour it, whether I won or lost. I'd want to stay right to the dying end. Yeah.
And after you've obviously you've run your what's-its off for all that time for 94 minutes or whatever it was. How hard was it to get up all them steps to get to the trophy after?
I couldn't even make it fall without running.
That was the easy part. Easy part because you know what you're going to get at the end of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If you counted them steps, there's got to be at least 300.
Got to be.
Maybe that's where you done your calf, Rog.
Walking
I got a photograph with Kari lifting the cup there with all the ribbons and the ticker tape. Brilliant, superb.
Got it on my wall. I've recently bought it actually with him, signed by him as well from the memorabilia place, and it's on my wall, sitting proud behind me there to my right. You probably can't see it with the sun, but it's right to be behind me to my right. And yeah, it's there. There it is. So reminds me of that wonderful day every time I come up to my office.
Ray's just said it's a shame that we couldn't field that team in Europe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jason says Roger forgot to lift the cup. He was so knackered.
I did. Do you know what? My mum always said to me, look, if you ever win anything, make sure you're in the first 3-4 people, because if you're stuck down the end, you ain't on no history of anything. So I always remembered it. So because I was obviously on the other side of Kari, but I think you was the other side, wasn't you?
Yeah, no, I think maybe after Fergie, I think I was.
So I'd come to his right, and the queue was the other side, and I just think through sheer. I was just over like buzzing, just thought, okay, that's that bit done, walked off, and just thought, and I got to the thing, I was like, nah, this don't feel right. And then I realised I'd forgot to lift it up, so I had to put it back in. Jumped in front of Keith and just said, look, I ain't lift the trophy up. So I'm like, just dived in, and I'd have been gutted if I totally forgot. I had to go back.
Wait your turn.
What sort of can I just ask Lee and Roger, what sort of mementos you still got from the actual day? I mean, you got obviously a shirt, a medal, and so on. Did you grab any other bits and bobs?
Yeah, I've got a couple, to be fair. It's hard to put it up anywhere. I've got like the big, long things, the drapes that were held down, like come down with your name on it. I've got a big.
Oh, what?
I actually measured. There was like a rubber. You know, like in a pub, you get the rubber dart mat. So we had. Yeah. Big, like huge, bigger ones of them with our faces on, and then with the cup and stuff. So I just cut it to size and I use it as a dart mat, so it's there. Otherwise, it'd just be shoved in a cupboard somewhere. But yeah, got a few things around the place. But yeah, like we've said, it's such an occasion, and so look, the Bows has played how many games for England Champions League, and it's the only thing he's won, and it means a lot to me that it means that much to other people, because it certainly meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
What about you, Lee? You got much, Lee, from the day?
No, I've got the medal, my shirt, and an empty bottle of champagne. That was enough. The medal's the fun. The medal's the thing. So that's the most important thing.
Sam's just said, were you down for the pens? If it went
to penalties.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was down.
I missed mine in the, who was it, Brentford, was it? I think I missed my one. So Kev stepped up and scored the winner, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed my one. I'd have took one.
Yeah. Apparently, well, Ray's saying you took some kicks in that game as well.
Yeah, that Brentford
kicks.
one, yeah.
He handed a few out, though, that's the thing.
Yeah. Sorry?
He probably handed a few out as well.
One or two.
Nah.
Give and take, isn't it? It's give and take.
He wasn't that type of player.
Game.
He wasn't that type of player.
So when did you travel down to Wembley? Then was it the night before? Was it the day before? And yeah, so you sort of went, do you remember where you stayed or anything like that?
Do you remember the name, Roger? It was a posh one, wasn't it? Do you remember the name of it? Was I can't remember the name. All I remember is just thinking, wow, this is posh. Like marble bathrooms. It was like really posh, a really posh one in London. I can't remember the name of it. I can picture it, but I can't remember the name.
I thought we were talking about Roger's house then.
No, but it's just slipped my mind. I remember the FA Cup one, Chelsea Harbour we stayed. I can't remember the Birmingham one. I think it's good. That's like I've just gone back to it because we've done such a night there with all the family and stuff. It was more memorable. The Birmingham one, yeah, we went down the day before. We do what we normally do in any other game. Have dinner together, have your massages, have a bit of banter.
We got the suits, didn't we? We got the suits for the day, and everyone looked the same. We looked smart, looked the part, and it was. But they didn't, did they? Arsenal. They just
they also looked tracksuits.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. That was.
Yeah. So no, we done it properly. From
and they were trying to arrange for a Cesc Fabregas as well, weren't they, to go and lift up the trophy because he was injured. Yeah. Before the game had even, started, obviously,
Yeah.
Did that get to you? Did you hear that before the game started? Like, did you hear it the day before or whenever it was?
Well, I didn't hear it, but stuff like that. We won anyway, but that would have riled me up, massively. I hate stuff like that. Sheer disrespect. They're playing a side that hadn't done anything as a group. I mean, we finished 8th the season before, or 9th, or whatever it was, and we were in and around it, the relegation battle for the Premier League, but we still should have stayed up. I just thought that their whole, even as you saying there, they left at the end, and I just thought they were really mugging.
Company attitude for you, mate.
About the whole thing.
We're
not all like that. Not all like that. I just thought they were disrespectful throughout, really. Even when we come out for the walk, they looked like they were going to walk it, like coming out in the tunnel. Just looking at them, they just I don't know. All their faces were just annoying me. I just thought,
question for Lee: do you take anything from that day into management? Did you take anything from that day? Yeah.
Winning. That's a massive part of my life. Everything is about winning. And on that day, the one thing that I now say, and I use it a lot. Obviously, I don't go into too much depth in what we done that day, but I always use that. If you work harder than the other team and you fight together, anything is possible. And when we got promotion a couple of years ago, that was the philosophy. Like, look, we're all in this together. We have to stand and fight for every ball. If you've got 11 people doing that week in, week out, you'd be amazing how far you can go. And so that day just typifies it, doesn't it? Like we wanted to win more than them. They was better than us. We all know that. But we wanted to win it more. And I've taken that as I was like that as a player anyway, and I've just took that into management. Like, look, there's going to be tough times, and you have to fight and stick together, and anything's possible. And that day is just prime example. Like we wanted to win more than them. It's plain and simple, and that's why we won.
Almost remember every kick of the game, and I've got the worst memory. But when that free kick was over it was on my left hand side because I was right at the top in the corner. And that and bounced over, just pounded it in. It was like, whoa, what's just happened in front of me? What? There's 2 minutes to go. Longest, well, about 4 minutes to go or something like that. And it was like, it just seemed to last forever and ever and ever. You just shut your eyes, with your fist, saying, "Come on, please, just blow that whistle, blow that whistle."
You're half expecting something to go wrong, like Roger said earlier. You're expecting
with Birmingham City.
Yeah.
How did that last few minutes feel on the pitch? Like, did it feel like a long time? Like that after Oba scored, did it feel like a long time from then till the final whistle?
Yeah,
it did for us in the stand. It did for me in the stands. I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure everyone else will agree
it felt like a long time, and he actually played longer. But I've said it. We could have played for another 3 hours. They wouldn't have scored.
No.
There's no way that we had a bit of fortune with a goal. There's not a chance they were going to score.
No,
because we were at it, we were on it, we knew what we just about to achieve, and we were hard to beat and hard to score against anyway. That just amplified it even more. That we are minutes away here. So I felt, I'm not going to say calm, but I was confident. I just knew there's not a chance in hell these are going to score.
Yeah. The only thing you do hope is that they don't get lucky and the ball just drops somewhere. Sorry. You just hope that, like, obviously we're all defending for our lives, putting our bodies on the line. You just hope something don't just drop and they get lucky. That's the only thing you hope. Like,
that's what we feared,
sometimes you can't control that. And if something just drops in someone's path, then that's the only thing that you're thinking, please don't give him something lucky. Like, we're defending properly. So that's the only thing that plays on your mind a bit when you're in that scenario.
I've got to say, grateful thanks as well to my second eldest son, Luke. He waited 14 and a half hours in the queue in the rain at St Andrews to get me ticket. 14 and a half hours. What a lad.
14 and a half
hours.
Wow.
Legend.
14 and a half hours queuing.
Here's one from Paul Sterndale. He says, I can safely say that day changed my life. I fell asleep on the train back, ended up in Leeds, met a lass, and now live in Yorkshire with 3 kids. I blame the train guard for not waking me up at New Street. There you go. It's all your fault. It's your fault.
Expensive journey, that. That was an expensive journey, wasn't it?
True story. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
You don't know the after effects of that cup final has produced 3 little children into the world. Incredible. Yeah. Incredible.
I think you two should be paid maintenance.
Brilliant.
Craig just says, was it the fastest you have both ever run when you were chasing Oba after the goal?
He was fresh. He was fresh as well. He just come on.
I just had Kari. I didn't want to get involved.
That was gold medal winning acrobatics as well, wasn't it? Really? If it had been at the Olympics, he'd have come back with a gold for that one.
Imagine one of us trying to do them flips, Rog. Imagine one of us trying to do them flips.
I think for the 20th anniversary, that would be a good one. That one.
He nearly took Fergie's eyeball out, didn't he? As well, he wanted to be stuck.
I wonder if he can still do it now. I wonder if he can still do them flips now.
Oh, Christ.
He's still in touch with him, or are you in touch with many of the lads from that day?
Not really, no. Not really.
But I don't think I spoke to him while he was there. It was a weird one.
Just thanked him for scoring.
Came on, done his job.
So I just screamed at him what I wanted from him. There was no. I don't know, it was a weird one. He spoke okay English, but yeah, look, he goes down in history now for getting that goal. Yeah. And it's about all he did do. To be fair, it was
enough.
That was enough. Yeah, that definitely was enough. But no, I speak to a few of the lads. There's a few of us are still quite involved with each other.
How about Alex? Anybody in contact with him?
I do. He always drops me a message here and there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Since I went into management, he drops me a message here and there. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Martin Swinsko's saying he still chuckles when he sees Fergie tapping Koscielny on the head.
No, that's fun.
Yeah, that always gives me a chuckle. Yeah.
VAR now, he gets sent off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Non-contact, isn't it? It's non-contact now. The game, especially in the Premier League, can't touch no one.
I'm half pleased I don't play anymore. Seriously, I'd get sent off every week.
Yeah.
You definitely would, Bose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get sent off much at all, Lee? Did you?
Sorry?
Did you get sent off much in your career?
No, I'll tell you, have a guess.
I bet it wasn't.
Because it surprised me.
I bet it wasn't many. 5.
I bet mine's better than yours. I bet mine's better than yours.
6.
Right.
6.
Go on, Roger.
600. Have a guess at mine.
I'd say 2.
7.
600 games, 3 sendings off.
What?
That ain't
Really?
bad, is it? That ain't bad, is
That's
it?
not bad.
One
no?
every 200 games.
That's decent stats. I was never suspended. Who's come on here? Cammy.
Oh, Cammy might be coming.
Hey!
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
Cammy.
Let's have a look. Let's see.
Do you know?
you got sent off for us.
Yeah, there's a little quiz one for you that you might be able to use one day.
Go on.
How many yellow cards do you think? I think people know this one. How many yellow cards do you think I finished up with?
Cheers, Cammy.
Oh, Cam.
Gentlemen, how are we?
I'm
Only an hour late.
going for 10, Lee.
I'm gonna go for 3, Lee.
What yellow cards?
I'm going for.
Okay, more. Oh, crikey, in your career. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my career.
36.
24.
70.
99.
Ooh.
99.
How many goals did I score? Cammy, yeah, this would be. I can't believe you're still playing, Cammy. You're causing havoc still. You're still quick.
It looks the same.
Week. He's still quick. I was thinking he can't run no more. Surely he's bloody running in behind, scoring goals. I was thinking, what are you doing? Slow down.
Get a grip,
Go on,
man.
how many goals do you reckon?
99.
appearances?
Surely.
40.
99.
99.
Surely it's got to be over 100.
99, Cammy.
Gotta be.
Seriously?
99.
Yeah, 99 goals, 99 yellow cards.
How
Should
many
have just played
reds?
one more game, shouldn't I? And just scored another and got
Yeah.
a yellow.
Got to the century.
Nice.
Got the muscles out.
Got the muscles out. How many you got, Cammy?
152 now.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I think I was beating you when I was playing that.
Probably, yeah. You played to longer, didn't you? 36, 35, 36?
35. What are you now? You've got to be getting on a bit now.
34 now.
He's a bubby. He's a bubby.
No, you still got another few years, Cammy, the way you
Yeah, I feel all right, to be fair. Honestly, I mean, when I came on the show last time, I was speaking about, obviously, yourself, Kari, Fergie, when you boys was in and around that age, how pivotal it was, obviously, for Alex's era sort of thing, having that sort of backbone of the changing room, and obviously having myself, Roger, Fozzie, Ridgie, people like that, and Scott Dan. It was just, you know the way football's going at the minute, where it's sort of going away from the age sort of thing and experience and this youth. But I just don't think you can buy that if you get the right sort of characters within the changing rooms. It takes care of itself.
Definitely.
And how did you feel, Cameron, after we just won the Carling Cup, obviously 10 years ago to the day? How did you feel after? How long did it take for you to sink? And I remember you just sort of like going to your knees on the halfway line when the whistle went.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I say, I've always alluded to it. It was just no one gave us a hope. You know what I mean? Obviously, on the day we turned up, and we was quite composed, and I suppose people would say we did a number in Arsenal, but we played some good stuff ourselves. So, I remember Bo's going through and getting chopped down. I mean, if there's VAR back then, it's a red card and a penalty and a goal after early in the game. So no, I mean, obviously it was an incredible moment. It's an incredible achievement from the boys, from the team, from the club. And you probably won't see an underdog win a major cup competition for a long time nowadays. I mean, Wigan did it against City in the FA Cup final, but other than that, they're few and far between, aren't they, I guess?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other one I can think of is Wimbledon beating Liverpool in '88, was it? I think FA Cup final.
Laurie Sanchez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy gang.
That's it.
Yeah.
Peter Hay says, Cameron scoring the winner away at Wolves 3-2. I was in the South Bank with my dad and he told me to sit down, said Peter. I got a feeling Lee is tapping Cammy up for a transfer, says Ray.
Sounds like it.
I was thinking that.
Tilton Talk exclusive.
You never know. He's seen it anyway. He knows where I'm at.
Yeah.
I know really.
There's another year left. There's another year in me still.
I heard you were supposed to go. I can't remember
Sorry?
who told me. I heard you were supposed to go.
Challenge.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting, Rod. You know what I mean? Like,
Those are telling you. They must have been talking of it. I'm not just made that up. I remember someone saying something.
Yeah,
There's a good one here from Jason Hughes. Cameron, was Cameron chewing the manager's ear off to get on, or was he waiting patiently? This is at Wembley.
oh, I was chewing his ear off. I was fuming when he put Ober on, and then obviously put him on. I was like, yeah, another McLeish masterstroke. Absolutely
Yeah, that's what you
raging to
would have
put him on. Only thing he ever did, Ober, but you know, no, it was brilliant. It was obviously a squad.
I literally just said that before you come on.
It's the only thing he ever did, and look, it'll go down in history for forever. But you know, obviously, as a player, you're disappointed not to play. I mean, you played in the semi-finals and the quarterfinals. You're gutted not to be playing in the final, but you know, you look at the bigger picture, and you probably reflect back at it now. And you know, of course, it was the right decision tactically. The way we were set up that day was spot on. You know, we played some good stuff. We hurt them, we caused them problems, and they didn't really have that many opportunities. So, you know, looking back at it, it's obviously a great decision from the manager to put on the substitutes he did and to play the starting 11 he did. So, you know, as a player, you've got no qualms about that. You just got to get on with it and suck it up, I guess.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's never nice, but ultimately 11 players can play. You know, so it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
But if you hadn't played,
Everyone done their shift in the rounds before, though, haven't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a collective thing, a squad thing where, you know, I mean, the quarterfinal against Villa was a massive one, and obviously the semi-final against West Ham. You know, everybody chipped in, and you know, everybody played a part collectively along the way. It was a journey, you know, and obviously topping it off with the final. It's not just, I suppose, the cup final. It's the games before what gets you there, I guess.
Totally agree.
We were saying before, Cameron, that I know Foster got man of the match, but I think they should have dished out more than one man of the match that day.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Fozzie making 2 or 3 good saves, but not to sound negative or anything. I think it saves what he probably should have made, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, there was big performances all over the park. You know, the back lads, obviously, Fergie and obviously Bose in the middle. Zigic had a tremendous game. You know, there was, you know, everybody to the man did their job. So you could have probably give it to anybody. Any one of the 11 would have been deserving the award to me.
Yeah. And how good was Martin Urinek as well, next to you, Roger?
Yeah.
He done well, Martin. Fair play to him. He'd come in at a tough time. We were injury struck in that area. Curtis come in, didn't he? Urinek come in. And he done all right, to be fair. And certainly on the day, I thought he was superb.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. No, it's going to go down, obviously, you know, as the greatest day in the club's history. Well, you know, it is the greatest day in the club's history. And, you know, we all thank you for that great day. Because and also, thanks for joining us today as well to discuss it. It's really much appreciated.
Yeah, brilliant.
it's not just that day, though, Paul. It's been the last 10 years, you know, because we talk about it so often. Especially on the shows on a Monday night, and it's your own personal memories. It's you know, like I say, being there with my 3 sons, watching my team lift a cup. Oh my God! You know what? That one moment in my life is probably, well, I'll treasure it till my last breath. I promise you. I just looked at them, and Cameron, you didn't hear me say this a little bit earlier, and I said, take this moment in because this might never ever happen again. And you know, Kari went up there and up went that cup, and out come those blue and white ticker tapes. And you know what? They weren't red and white, were they? They were blue and white. And that's what the day was all about. It was about the memories that we've had, the memories that we share. It was just surreal. And as I say, and I'll go back on what the guys said earlier about how we didn't know how to celebrate after on the way home and one thing and another. It was because we were so shell-shocked. We were so happy. We were so unbelievably kind of like, I don't know. I really find it hard to put it into words, but
it was like an out-of-body experience, wasn't it, Nick?
Yeah. The whole experience, literally from that from the quarterfinal, the semi-finals, and the final. That is just a vivid memory that will stay with me forever and ever and a day. And there's 3 guys on the show tonight who we've all got to be very grateful for that we've got those memories. Cameron, thank you ever so much indeed. Thanks for coming. I know you were a bit late, mate, but you know what? Thank you for everything you did for the football club. Roger, as well, yourself and Lee. Well, 3, and I'll class these guys as heroes of the club, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. And we couldn't have done it without you. You couldn't have done it without us. And that's what teamwork is all about. And for 10 years, we've had those beautiful, beautiful memories in our heads. And I'm going to put this phone down in a minute and I'm going to watch the game again. 10 years on. 10 years on.
Have you all watched it back? Have you all watched it back much after? How many times would you say you've watched it back?
I have, to be fair, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I think
I've watched it many times. You've got yellow cards, Lee.
But you're saying, like we might not ever experience this again, but never say never.
Never say never.
You're a good club.
Yeah.
You've got the good fans, and you need a little bit of luck here and there. And never say never, because
never say never.
What we really need is 3 former Carling Cup players to form a consortium, come back and take over the club. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Help us.
Help us. Manager.
Yes. I was going to say that. But
End.
Sorry.
The Bowyer stand.
The Bowyer stand, yeah. The Cameron end. The Johnson stand.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, 10 years on, and we can still remember, we can still talk about it, and we'll talk about it for the rest of our lives, for those of us that were there. Superb, unbelievable memories from an unbelievable era in the club and the club's history. And Roger, thank you so very much. Thanks for joining us. Lee, thank you also. And Cameron, you know, I know you didn't get to play in the final, but as I say, you were there in the quarters, the semis, and it was all about teamwork. And what an unbelievable day. And thank you so very much indeed, gentlemen. Tonight we've been joined with Paul Hipkiss.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Mr. Mark Adams.
I was going to say good night, but it's good afternoon, everybody.
Mrs. Brown. The one and only Lee Bowyer. Roger Johnson and Cameron Jerome. Absolutely superb. What an absolute blessing this has been. 10 years on to talk to you 3 guys. You're legends. Well done. And thank you very much. Sponsored by Royal Sports, of course, as is the club. And you know what? We won yesterday. We'll be talking about that one tomorrow. Good night. God bless. 10 years on, guys. Thank you all.
Cheers, chaps.
So very much.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you,
guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Cheers, boys. Take care.
Good night, man.
Cheers, Roger. Cheers, Nick.
Cheers, boys, man.
Cheers, Cameron.
We're so happy following the blue.
Take care, man.
All the best.